welcome back. I'm Dr. Andrea Christian Parks and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. If you're joining me mid-program, right now we're in the middle of a series called Finding Fullness. There are two major concepts you've got to get in the process of getting your body the way you want it, of losing the weight that you want to lose, and that is hunger and fullness. Simple, not easy, not at all. So I never, ever, ever would I tell anybody this whole thing is easy. It can become that way, but it's not to start with. So I'm working with you to get it to be doable for you. Now, we've spent the last couple weeks talking about finding fullness. What is it? What's full enough? How do you determine? And all kinds of different metrics. So if you missed those, head on back. Now, for those of you who've been following along, we're gonna get going. I do wanna say, as I put my course out, as the webinar is out there, all these sorts of things, I wanna make sure that for those of you who want that information, who wanna continue to follow, to work with me, things like that, that you are on my list, okay? Now, you can always email me at drandreachristianparks@gmail.com. If you want to work with me personally, that option's going to go away shortly. So I throw that out there, but what's coming is working with me through the course. So for those of you who want to be part of that, or who might be interested, or just want to hear about it, or want to get the free information that comes from all of that, I want you to get on my list. I want you to go to my blog, A Journey To Wholeness.com, and when you go there, there's going to be a pop-up, and it gives you a space to put your name and email. Once you put those in, you're going to get emails from me, and only me. You're not going to get emails from a whole bunch of other foolishness, just me. Okay? All right, let's get started. So this week, I wanted to give tips, tricks, and tactics. Like, what practically am I supposed to do? I want to find fullness, but how am I going to do it? Is it I keep overshooting? I try. I wait till I'm hungry. I got that dialed in, and then I eat, and then I'm like, I did too much, and I can't figure it out. What's happening? Okay, I got you. Here's the thing. What we have gotten used to as far as eating in the past has been generally is we're fitting in eating where we can. We only have a couple minutes here. We're eating on a schedule, or we've got a lunch break, or whatever, kind of situation we're working with. And we have learned to do some things that mess us up as far as stopping when we're full. Number one, and this is a big one, we eat too fast. We eat way too fast. Now, I get when you're hungry, you're like, yeah, but I know. But there's multiple problems with eating too fast. The first of which is you can overshoot and eat too much. But the other thing is, when you have waited to eat and the food is in front of you, the taste of the food is way better than it is when you just eat stuff when you're not hungry. So you really do want to slow your roll and enjoy those first few bites. Okay, expect the first three. Okay, just really focus, mindful. Don't, pay attention to the flavor, chew the whole bite. Don't, gulp and swallow. Don't, just try really hard to slow down for at least the first three bites. You're gonna get the experience of the food. You're gonna enjoy it. You're going to feel like you actually took time and ate your food. Now, how else do you slow down? Well, you put your fork down in between bites. You make sure you're chewing without trying to follow with another bite immediately. You enjoy the bite you're having. So if you put your fork down, at least you have to take the time to pick up the fork before you can get more food on it to eat. All right. Take a break. So if you're eating with your family, let's say, and everybody's talking and doing stuff, and you're you're eating and you're listening and you're engaging and you're kind of starting to feel like maybe, I don't know, I might be full. Take a break. Go into the kitchen and does anybody need another napkin, or I'm gonna go get some water. Does anybody need a refill? Whatever. Just step out for a second. And while you're in the kitchen, they're all sitting around the table, just take a moment and check in with your body and say, I might be full. And see how you feel. Your body might say, you need like a bite or two more. Okay, good. So then you go back with a plan, just have a bite or two more. And then you just do that. What about when you're done? What else can you do? You can take your napkin and just cover up your plate. Because sometimes we're just eating because it's there. Or we have this thing in our head about not wasting food, so you don't want to throw it down the trash. And you treat yourself like the trash compactor or like the garbage disposal and be like, I'll just eat it. No. Better for it to go down the garbage disposal or in the trash than on your body, on your hips. Like, you don't want to wear any more food, so let's not put it in there. So you can just cover it up so you don't see it, push the plate away. You can go ahead and clear your plate, come back and sit at the table with everybody else. You got choices, okay? What else? Drink water. Nice thing to do. Have a little glass of water next to you, okay? Take a sip, put it down between bites, okay? That slows you down, gives you a little water to help digest your food. I'm not saying drink massive quantities of water, but it will help you not just be fork to mouth, fork to mouth, fork to mouth. The key is it takes about 20 minutes for your body to recognize once you're eating that you actually feel full. So if you eat too much in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, your body didn't have time to register. So slowing down with the water, putting your fork down, taking a break, all those things, very, very helpful. Now, what is another problem with overeating? Here's the other big one. This happens all the time because we're so used to it, is distraction. Ideally, you would eat alone with no distractions, no book in front of you, no Kindle, no video, no iPad, no TV, nothing. But we don't do it that way a lot. So the first thing to do is try to just remove all distractions that you can. Now, if you're eating with your family, you can't just kick them all out and be like, I have to eat by myself. That's not what I'm saying. Enjoy the opportunity to be with others. But no TV, no book, no other things. What is happening in that situation is your brain is linking the entertainment of the food, of the TV or the book or whatever it is that you're watching with the food. And so now food starts to mean entertainment, and sometimes you're using TV as stress relief. So food becomes stress relief. So you're linking the food that is really to satisfy the hunger only with entertainment, stress relief, checking out, all kinds of things. You don't want to make that link in your brain, because then when you sit down for any of those other things, the entertainment, etc., you feel like you're supposed to eat. And that absolutely is a recipe for gaining weight. Okay, so take away the screens, take away the books, and just eat. Here's what you're going to find out. You'll find fullness much more easily. And this is the hard one. Eating is not as much fun as you think it is. It's just not. You get through a little bit of it. It tastes good. You get to the kind of fullness part, and then you're like, I'm bored. Like, I want to go do something else. It's like when little kids sit down for a meal and you can hardly keep them in their chair. They've eaten, like, they've picked around the whole plate, and they're like, I'm done, I'm full. And they run off, and you're like, you're not done. You're going to be back here in 20 minutes. So I'm not telling you to do that. But that's what happens to little kids. The food is just a thing they have to do to make the hunger go away. And we want to get closer back to that place. Okay? So try some of these tips, try some of these tricks. Let me know. Make comments for me. If you find some of this helpful, I want to know what you're liking and what you're finding useful, because it's fun to hear and other people might find it useful too. All right? So listen, I'm going to see you in one more week. and we're going to keep moving on and finding fullness. We're going to get to some more, just dig even deeper and make this even more sticky, so you are finding a whole new way of approaching your meals with hunger and fullness. I'll see you then. Bye.